Galivan de Incolma survival machete. It doesn't come with a sheath, it comes in this plastic sleeve wrapped in plastic, I guess, so no one cuts themselves accidentally when it's hanging in the store or when it's being shipped. Galivan Incolma machete, 12-inch, 5-star gear. Machete, 12-inch, survival, black blade, orange handle. Stamped on their blade they have their eagle logo, registered trademark, Galivan de Incolma, Columbia, I-15-K. And I noticed that the lettering and the logo are crooked. I wouldn't know that the logo was crooked except for the R, registered R. So I'm guessing because of this bottle cap, they didn't have enough space to make the lettering straight, so they didn't want to have another die made up, so they just made it cockeyed. No big deal, it's just something I noticed. It's not a deal breaker. It's very, very close to this other machete that I reviewed recently on the channel, link in the description. This Trooper 12-inch machete, they're calling it a Rambo machete. So the Galivan, that blade, is just about identical with the, from the side anyway, with the length of the blade and the location of the bottle cap opener, the saw and the hook, almost identical. And then the handles are different. Also another difference, they're basically the same thickness here, but the Trooper looks like the same thickness of blade all the way to the tip, whereas the Incolma gets much thinner, much thinner towards the tip. So even as I'm looking at the saw blade, the back of the saw blade, it's thicker here than here. It's like half the thickness of such from here as compared to where the saw starts. So it's very tapered. That makes the Incolma seem a lot lighter in the hand. I weighed both of them. The Galivan is 10 ounces, the Trooper is 11 ounces with my mod, including this inner tube on the handle and the tape on the handle. But in the hand it feels a lot heavier than that, the Trooper does. This feels lighter, and I'm guessing because of the taper, it just makes it a lighter feel in the hand. Notice this has a polished silver blade, and this is blackened. It's not black paint. I'm not sure exactly what finish that is, how it was done. To me it looks like bluing. And I've had it for days now, and the more that I look at it, the more I like it. That's a very nice finish. In my opinion, at least, it's pleasing to me. I don't require so much stealth that I wouldn't be carrying this one. I just think that's a unique finish. If it is bluing, then it's going to tend to prevent rust, because bluing, an actual bluing process, is a kind of oxidation, I believe. So I think your oxidation is done at this point. So if it's carbon steel, people are worried about rust. Well, a lot less worries now. Another thing I'm noticing about the Galivan is that it becomes completely sharpened. It's not only a full grind on there, but there's a fully sharpened final edge. Only thing I'm noticing is these giant burrs. So no stropping was done or anything like that. But rather than remove those burrs, I'll just start using it as I received it out of the package. But most traditional machetes like this from Central America, they come unsharpened or semi-sharp. At least that's been my experience. This one is fully sharpened. I believe this is a broken fallen branch from one of these oak trees around here. This oak's a hard wood. Of course, this is dead. I'm not sure how much structure. We'll find out. The outside was spongy, but toward the middle had some structure. I'll try the other end where it's thicker. Not that much structure. So this isn't worthy to be a shelter pole, but could possibly be firewood. See if I can find anything deadened down around here that's got more structure. Maybe a softwood, so be more of an analogy to compare to my test with the similar trooper machete. I think I found my deadened down softwood tree. And I apologize, this is off topic, but I was just fascinated by the size of this shelf fungus. Look at that. There's more around here too. It has some babies, but they're not as big. But it's tempting because I dry that out. Could be a lot of tinder, but I just making friends with the fungus. I want to leave them. Look at that. It's huge. 12-inch machete. It's like 15 inches across. Yeah. 8 inches width this way. It's huge! It's an alien! I was able to make it split towards the base. Might be a little bit rotted towards the base, but the upper part seems strong. So I'll take my Galivan machete, try to cut a shelter pole. So I did very well. I like the Galivan better than the Trooper with a thin blade. This one has the Galivan. Seems to cut dead dry pine a lot better. With a thin blade, I don't have to swing it hard necessarily. I can just chop, 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 take little nibbles at it. You know, like a beaver, chop, chop, chop. But then in times when I wanted to swing it really hard, like really like smashing, it's not as good for that. Not bad though. And with it being lighter, easier to carry in the trail. So I'm liking it so far. And plus, that was a blade right out of the package. I didn't sharpen it, it came sharpened. Well, gotta stop and wait a minute because I was just looking closely at the blade to see if just the use had worn off the burrs, and most of the burrs are gone just by using it. But then I noticed the catastrophic failure of the blade. Got that big dent, 2 dents actually. This one's really big, and yeah, it's not even safe to use anymore. So, liked a lot about this Galivan Incolma machete. I was going to get into the handle that I liked better just out of the box, and the Trooper, and the saw seems sharper. So there's a lot to like about it, except for, at least in the northeastern woodlands where I am, maybe in the jungle. Well, I think they have pine in the jungle, right? Yeah. Sad but true. I'm just gonna have to stop there, guys, because can't use it. It could fracture here. This tip flies off, injures me or somebody that's with me. It's just not worth it. The blade's just not holding up. Well, at least I can console myself with the fungus I've made friends with. In case of manufacturing defects, this product will be replaced free of charge at our factory. The factory's in Colombia. I have to go to the factory in Colombia. Is that what it means? Anyone interested in a bushcraft survival expedition? That would be awesome. Well, I think I have some friends that are commenting on the videos that in and around Colombia. Help a brother out. Okay guys, been testing out a lot of machetes and knives and my quest for the perfect survival machete. A lot of times they're good, sometimes they're junk. This one didn't hold up. I realize I'm in the northeastern woodlands of the US. I'm not in Central America in the jungle. We have different kinds of wood up here, but still, in my opinion, it should have held up a lot better than that. But in Incolma's defense, I've always thought they're a good company. I still do, because I've had other products of theirs that worked. Maybe this is just one bad product, or, you know, I only have this one. I didn't test out 100. So Murphy's Law, I could have got the machete that was rolling along the assembly line at beer 30 and it just slipped through quality control, who knows. But if you want my experience with this particular blade, sorry Incolma, this particular one's got to be but speaking of thumbs up and thumbs down, give me a rating on this particular video. You liked it or you don't blame me, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay, and leave a comment about what you think. Is my assessment fair? Have you had an experience? Have you used this same particular model? That would be valuable to know. Might answer some of my questions. But anyway, I gotta head back. It's getting dark, and I wasn't planning on spending the night out here. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and befriend faithfulness. Psalm 37:3.